I noticed a few girls with limited English speaking skills and questionable grammar had commented on his timeline. For example, Angelica posted, "I've been long time without talking to you. How are you, BB? Where you go?" I clicked on her name and easily determined she was from Colombia. There were other similar posts from young South American women, none of which he responded to. I wasn't sure exactly what to make of it, but knew one thing for certain. It was weird. Red flag number 2. His profile indicated a high school education only, did not list a career, and revealed he lived in a small town near New Orleans, Louisiana. For all I could tell, he was some bum living near the most eccentric party city in the nation, a city famous for bars that never close and streets that smell of piss, vomit, and stale liquor. I could, without difficulty, envision a kid like him growing up into a miserable man whose main goal in life was to situate himself in such a way that would allow easy access to Bourbon Street debauchery, such as boobs for beads. I could easily imagine him being precisely the kind of guy who would all too joyfully toss a tipsy girl a plastic beaded necklace as some kind of reward for showing her tits to strangers in public. Classy stuff. Red flag number 3. As the old adage goes, 3 strikes and you're out. Message deleted. About a month later, he pinged me again.
"Hi, Mila. I'm not sure if you got my message last month. Sorry if contacting you out of the blue seemed strange. I saw the incredible pictures your sister-in-law took of you on my newsfeed, and like every other guy on the face of the planet, wanted to say hi. Smiley face. You should be a model, and your sister-in-law should be a professional photographer."
I debated again whether or not I should respond to his message. I felt a little bad for making so many assumptions based on a profile he plainly put little effort in maintaining. And even if he were a loser, there was no need for me to flat out ignore him, especially since he was my brother's childhood friend and was paying me a compliment. I caved and replied, "Thank you for the compliment. My sister-in-law has a passion for photography. It's fun being her guinea pig. She is unbelievably talented. Sorry I didn't respond to your first message. My job keeps me busy. Must have forgotten with my hectic schedule." It was only a partial lie. My job did keep me busier than I wanted. My life was hectic. Besides, I needed a response that would effectually tee me up for a good excuse to avoid further conversation. Several weeks later, he finally responded to me.
"I know the feeling. My job keeps me busy as well. What do you do nowadays?"
I guess the fact that it took him several weeks to respond piqued my curiosity. I thought he was going to respond immediately, being a fat, drunk, desperate loser with no life and all. I had already prepared a reply that would shut down further dialogue. But since he was tolerably annoying and evidently employed, a couple of weeks later, in a brief moment of boredom, I replied to his message. I told him I was a CPA for a public accounting firm in Denver. I purposely didn't ask the common courtesy follow-up question, "What do you do?" in the hope that my subtle hint would dissuade further messaging. At first, I thought my hint had worked. I didn't hear a peep from him for about a month. Then he eventually wrote back.
"A CPA, huh? That sounds awful. On the plus side, I'm sure you make great money." Smiley face. "I'm currently stationed down in the swamps of Louisiana. My SWIC team is getting ready to deploy to Honduras for the next 6 months or so. Would you mind giving me your email address? I'd like to email you while I'm down there. It's not a good idea to access Facebook on these types of deployments."
I decided not to reply to his message. I didn't want him getting the wrong idea. I had a boyfriend at the time, albeit nothing serious. But more importantly, I wasn't interested in him. Since he wouldn't have access to Facebook for the next 6 months, it was the perfect opportunity to shake him. His message did help me understand, though, why his profile seemed inactive, and why young foreign women left pitiful messages on his timeline, asking where you go.